Asteroid impact. Somewhere in space right now, thousands of rocks larger than a football field are quietly drifting on paths that cross Earth's orbit. Most will miss, but history shows us what happens when one doesn't. 66 million years ago, a rock 6 miles wide slammed into what is now Mexico and wiped out the dinosaurs in a matter of hours. The impact released more energy than a billion nuclear bombs. It triggered earthquakes, mega tsunamis, and a shockwave that flattened forests thousands of miles away. Then came the real killer. Dust and debris blocked the sun for years, collapsing food chains across the entire planet. Scientists today track thousands of near-Earth objects, but here is the problem. We can only see the ones we know to look for. A city-killing asteroid could go undetected until weeks before impact. NASA has tested deflection technology, but for anything larger, we may not have enough warning time to react. Supervolcano eruption. Beneath Yellowstone National Park sits a chamber of molten rock large enough to bury entire states in ash. It has erupted 3 times in the last 2 million years, and geologists say it is overdue. When a supervolcano blows, it does not just destroy the surrounding region. It launches ash miles into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight across continents. Crops fail. Temperatures drop by several degrees for years. This is what scientists call a volcanic winter, and it has happened before. 74,000 years ago, the Toba eruption in Indonesia may have pushed early humans to the edge of extinction, reducing our entire species to just a few thousand survivors. The terrifying part is that supervolcanoes give little warning. Pressure can build for centuries before a single visible sign appears, and once it does, there is no way to stop what comes next. Global pandemic. Viruses have ended more human lives throughout history than every war combined. The 1918 flu killed more people in a single year than World War I killed in 4. Today, global travel means a virus can cross continents in under 24 hours. This is where it gets worse. The deadliest pathogens are not always the ones that kill fastest. A virus that takes weeks to show symptoms while still being contagious can spread undetected across the entire planet before anyone realizes what is happening. Scientists worry most about a virus combining 2 traits: the transmissibility of a common cold and the lethality of something far deadlier. Add antibiotic-resistant bacteria into the mix, and infections we currently treat with a simple prescription could become untreatable. Modern medicine has made us safer in many ways, but it has also made us complacent about a threat that has already reshaped civilization multiple times before: artificial intelligence turning against us. This scenario sounds like science fiction, but some of the most respected minds in technology take it seriously. The real danger is not a robot uprising. It is something far quieter. As AI systems become responsible for critical infrastructure, financial markets, and military decisions, a single flaw in their goals could cascade into catastrophe. Researchers call this the alignment problem. An AI does not need to hate humanity to cause harm. It simply needs to pursue its programmed objective without understanding the consequences. Imagine a system designed to maximize efficiency that decides human oversight is an obstacle to remove. This is not a distant hypothetical. AI already makes decisions in trading, defense systems, and power grids today. The faster these systems advance, the less time we have to build and the safeguards needed to keep them under control. Nuclear war. There are currently more than 12,000 nuclear warheads on Earth, many of them ready to launch within minutes. During the Cold War, humanity came terrifyingly close to full-scale nuclear war on multiple occasions, sometimes because of a false alarm rather than an actual attack. A single nuclear detonation over a major city could kill hundreds of thousands instantly. But the real danger is what comes after. Multiple warheads exploding around the world would send soot and smoke high into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight for years in a phenomenon scientists call nuclear winter. Temperatures would plummet, crops would fail globally, and mass starvation would follow even in countries untouched by the blasts themselves. The chilling truth is that this outcome would not require every nuclear power to fire their weapons. Just a fraction of the world's current stockpile could be enough to collapse the global food supply. Gamma ray burst. Somewhere in the universe, a massive dying star is collapsing and unleashing the most powerful explosion known to science. A gamma ray burst can release more energy in 10 seconds than our sun will produce in its entire 10 billion year lifespan. If one occurred close enough to Earth and pointed directly at us, it would strip away our ozone layer almost instantly. This is where it gets worse. Without ozone protection, deadly ultraviolet radiation from our own sun would flood the surface, triggering mass extinction on land and in the oceans. Some scientists believe a nearby gamma ray burst may have caused one of Earth's earlier extinction events millions of years ago. The good news is that the odds of one hitting us directly are extremely low. The unsettling part is that because the beam travels at the speed of light, we would receive absolutely no warning before it arrived. Climate collapse. Unlike a sudden asteroid strike, this threat unfolds in slow motion, which makes it easy to underestimate. Rising global temperatures are already melting polar ice, raising sea levels, and intensifying storms across the planet. But the real danger lies in tipping points, thresholds where change becomes irreversible. If the Amazon rainforest dries out past a certain point, it could shift from absorbing carbon dioxide to releasing it, accelerating warming even further. If methane trapped in melting permafrost escapes at scale, it could trigger a feedback loop that spirals beyond human control. Coastal cities housing hundreds of millions of people could become uninhabitable within decades. Agricultural regions that currently feed billions could turn to desert. The most disturbing part is that we are not facing one single catastrophic event. We are facing a slow accumulation of smaller crises that could eventually overwhelm our ability to adapt. Solar flare collapse. Our sun occasionally releases massive bursts of energy called coronal mass ejection. In 1859, one of these events, known as the Carrington event, sent electrical currents surging through telegraph wires around the world, some of which caught fire. That was in a world without electricity-dependent infrastructure. Today, a solar flare of similar strength could be catastrophic. Modern civilization runs entirely on power grids, satellites, and electronic communication. A major solar storm could fry transformers across entire continents, knocking out electricity for months or even years, while replacement parts are manufactured and shipped. This is where it gets worse. Without power, water treatment plants stop running, hospitals lose critical equipment, and food distribution systems collapse within days. Scientists estimate a Carrington-level event has roughly a small but real chance of occurring within any given decade, and next time, we have far more to lose.